My spiritual bank account is overflowing. Right now, I have been putting in so many deposits inside of my spiritual bank account. I'm feeling overly abundant. I'm feeling spiritually wealthy. How do I know? Because I know how I felt when I was spiritually broke. I know how I felt when I was spiritually in debt. If we're talking real money, how do you attain abundance, or how do you become wealthy, or how do you grow your bank account? You don't just put in one deposit and you don't just get one check put into your bank account and then you be like, boy, I'm up, I'm rich, I'm wealthy. My bank account is growing. You have to put in, you have to be consistent with your deposits. You have to have more than one stream of income coming into your bank account to accumulate wealth. They say you have to have 7 forms of income to become wealthy. So you can't just go to work and put that little bitty money in your bank account once every 3 months and say, "Well, boy, I'm coming up." No, you have to have different streams of income going into that bank account consistently, more than you pulling out from it. That's how you attain physical wealth or physical abundance. The same thing applies to your spiritual bank account. You have to be spiritually pouring off into this account with God, with the Most High, with whoever it is that you call your God. What are different ways to pour into your bank account? Prayer, charity, your good deeds, your positive thoughts, meditation, fellowshipping with other like-minded and like-hearted individuals. These are ways to grow your spiritual bank account. That's how I can feel like, wait a minute, I have been putting more into this account than I have been pulling out. What are ways that you can pull out of your spiritual bank account? Lying. I say lying, being a liar is the biggest way to put you in a negative in your spiritual bank account. But even more importantly than just being a liar specifically, when you lie to yourself. Because you can lie to other people and fool them, but you can't lie and fool yourself. You know when you are not being as upstanding. You know when you're not being in alignment with truth, righteousness, with justice. You know when you being a piece of shit. You know this. So the more you lie to yourself, the deeper you fall into a mind state of just being low down. So being a liar, not only being a liar, but also not keeping your word. Being a thief, being a manipulator, anything that's not in alignment with God, that's not gonna allow you to walk inside the kingdom with your head up and chest out, is going to have you spiritually in debt. And you got to know that coming from somebody, like I said, who was spiritually broke, you can change that with your actions. You can change that with your thoughts first, then your actions. So right now, I'm just at a place to where I'm actually seeing the benefits of pouring into this spiritual account. I know how to get money, physical money, in the real world, but spiritually, what is it? I'm getting attention now for being on this side of the road. I've been on the other side going ham, but on the spiritual side, it took me a minute to build this account up, and now I'm being paid by people's attention. Now I'm getting paid from my intellectual property. This is one of the ways right here. The Universe is Mental, my first book. My second book, it'll be out within 14 days. But prayer and asking for purpose and asking to be aligned in my purpose and asking to have confidence to walk in my purpose has allowed me to create intellectual property such as a book, has allowed me to get in front of this camera, talking to nobody, but knowing it's an audience out here in YouTube world, out in the world, that's needing to hear a message so that they'll be more confident to walk in their purpose. So I just ask God to use me. And I consistently ask. I consistently showed a change of heart. I consistently changed intentionally my heart posture to be that of more of love, to be of understanding. I asked God to remove the bitterness, the anger, the betrayal, all these aspects that I felt were keeping me low, keeping my spiritual bank account low. I asked these things to be removed, and I replaced them with a higher vibrational thought process. I replaced them with charitable actions. I replaced them with a discipline that keeps me away from things that might pull me back into that world where I came from, that had me spiritually in debt. So if you feel like you just not in alignment with God, you feel like your life is at a standstill, maybe you need to put more inside of your spiritual bank account. Maybe you need to be sure you're not constantly creating more debt by your actions. That's what I did. I'm not telling you something I heard. I'm telling you something that I know. I'm telling you something that I do. I'm telling you something to where I'm at right now in real time. So yeah, man, my bank account is at an overflow. And so you have to watch also too how you're giving your time and who you're giving your time and energy to, because these are ways that keep you spiritually indebted. People are energetically so vampiric that they will keep you from your path. And the longer you stay away from your path or walking in your purpose, the further in debt you gonna fall. But as soon as you say enough is enough, I'm ready to walk in my purpose, I'm ready to actually act in a manner that is pleasing in the eyes of God, you start making those little deposits. You start making those spiritual deposits. And so long, I don't know if you ever stack no real money, but once you start stacking real money, you get to be, that bankroll get bigger. You be like, wait a minute now, I don't really want to go spend 1,000. I want to make 5 more. Then I'll go spend a little bit. The same thing happens spiritually, to where you start making these daily prayers, you start making these daily meditations, you start speaking in a manner that gives life. You say, hold on now. You abstain from some of the vices that you had that you know were pulling you down. Wait a minute now, I don't want to go back over there. Your bank account, it grows, it gets bigger and bigger. So that's all I want to say, man, is do what it takes. Do what your soul is calling you to do. Do what your spirit is calling you to do. Where you being compelled to be pulled to in that manner. If you want your spiritual bank account to grow, be obedient. Obey, have discipline, and be charitable with your actions. Y'all have a blessed day.